Hey guys, I'm Khamani and I attend Clarkland University.
MJ, student at Morehouse College.
Hi guys, my name is Enjoli, a student at Spelman College.
And welcome to Let's Chat, where the podcast feels like a group chat.
Alright, so today's topic that we'll be discussing will be that closed mouths do not get you fed. And so to start that off, I'd like to ask you guys, why does speaking up for yourself, why is that important?
Speaking up matters because, I don't know, you want to voice your opinion, you want to say what's on your mind, so I feel like that's important to get, tell people what's your input, what's your opinion on things, so that's why I feel like speaking up matters.
I think speaking up matters because dealing with the topic, closed mouths don't get fed, you can't do everything by yourself. Like, as bad as you want to be independent and you want to be able to do this, that, and a third, it will be very hard and almost impossible to try to do everything by yourself and think you're going to get to where you want to be. So just being able to open up and say, I need help with this, or can you do this for me, will make your life so much better. Trying to do everything by yourself will also become draining and stressful, so it's like use the community that you build around you to help you become successful.
Okay.
I think that was a good answer.
Thank you.
Surprisingly good answer.
Boy, get on.
But yeah, I feel like kind of agree with that stuff. Like, you're given a voice for a reason. You can't really voice your thoughts and concerns to things to people without speaking up about it. I mean, like, you can write about it, but the easiest way for you to get something out there is to say it. You can say something faster than you can write something. You can say something faster than you can type something. And so being able to just speak out and voice your opinion, voice what you feel is right, what is wrong, is important for just getting your thoughts out there and expressing them to other people.
I also want to say, it's okay to ask for help, but it's not okay to rely on everybody to do everything. Like, just because we're saying closed mouths don't get fed, don't mean ask somebody, can you give me the pencil that's right there? You can do that yourself. Also, I want to say, Atlanta is known for having a lot of opportunities, but if you don't speak up, you would never know. Knowing one person that knows a million other connections can get you further than you trying to only know, 5 people, and you trying to go out and find all them other people that you need to be successful. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, and then this question is a bit larger, kind of falls into 3 different topics we can talk about it under, but how can you advocate for yourself? We'll start with first in school and what you do, second in work and career, and then third in relationships, social life.
School, I would say advocating for yourself, when you're in the classroom you have a question, or speak up so you understand it, or advocating to yourself, going into office hours, asking for help with other students that are in the same class as you. That's how you can advocate for yourself. And yeah, that's all I got. Yeah.
Advocating for work, because you said, okay, advocating for work is pretty much when someone else is able to speak on your behalf, but that's only if you allow them, or if you let them know. Let's say you're trying to get a bigger job and one of the people that knows that the person that you're trying to get a big job, that person can advocate for you, but they're not just, if they're a really, really great person, then they will, but you still have to let them know, yeah, I'm trying to do this, that, the third, would you mind advocating? And that's going to make your life a whole lot easier because that other person doesn't know you. So anything you could say, people are going to say the best things about them. But when somebody else is able to sit there and advocate for you and say, yeah, this is a great person, their work ethic is genuinely top tier, it's going to look better. When it comes down for school, you advocate yourself when you start asking your teachers for letter of recommendation and stuff like that. internships, jobs, you're going to need a letter of recommendation. Even joining some of the clubs that I know Clark, I can't speak for nobody else, but I know for Clark, you have to have a letter of recommendation. So relationships, you advocate for what you want and what you don't want. Closed mouths don't get fed, point blank period. If you're not saying like the issue, or you're not saying you don't like this, you don't like that, you're going to see yourself like either become mentally drained, or you're not going to be in that relationship because you're sitting there and just taking in stuff that you know you don't like because you're not confrontational. So
Khamani giving out some good answers today. Kind of surprised. For someone that woke up 10 minutes ago. But kind of touched on everything. I'm gonna go back to school first. Speaking up for yourself in school, like EJ said, asking for help, knowing when to ask for help, going to office hours, asking the teacher this or that, asking your classmates this or that, because
If you don't,
your school, like you might not understand it.
right.
If you don't ask anybody, you're not going to get it, and that's going to set you back further in the long run, because most classes, each topic is going to build on itself. If you don't know this, you're not going to understand it when it's in this topic, and you're going to keep doing badly. But like, and even classmates, like, one thing I realized, like, in my calculus class last year, we all thought the teacher was horrible. And he was.
Yeah.
He was. But we're all sitting there in class watching him go through stuff and whatnot, and none of us are really saying anything to each other. But once we actually did start talking to each other, and we stopped fearing that, like, we were the only ones that didn't understand stuff, we realized that nobody in the class understood what was going on.
And that's a problem.
That's a problem, because he just wasn't teaching well. And so once we started talking to each other, we realized, oh, we don't know this, you don't know that either. None of us really know what we're doing. And so you might be scared thinking, I don't know this, but everyone else does, when really there are other people that don't know it either, and you're not going to know that if you don't speak up about it. Right. Also with school, you speak up to your friend or something, they might understand the topic better than you understand it, but you might understand another topic that they don't understand as well. With me and Deuce, when we do our studying, he might understand something better, I might understand something better. He'll teach me what he knows about this, I'll teach him what I know about this. We both get a better understanding of both topics.
Especially when it comes like studying, it's like, okay, they know this, so they can like he said, they can teach me in a different way, maybe that they know they know it, like mnemonic. I don't know.
Mnemonic.
Yeah, there we go. Like
Mnemonic.
That's my way of studying. And then when I'm like teaching it to others, like just think of it as an acronym. So when you get to the test, it's like, okay, I remember it because of this acronym or this saying. So yeah, but relationship-wise, like Khamani said, with the speaking up about what do you want in your relationship, or how to go about things, and then that plays into communication, like telling your partner how you feel about certain things, or even in friendships. So, yeah. What was the last one?
Last one was work.
Oh,
but
work. Oh, we touched on it.
I want to talk about relationship.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
I'd like to speak to.
Oh, go ahead.
Relationships.
Yeah, you're in
I am.
Yeah. He's in a relationship.
Whoa,
so.
whoa! Trying to steal my candy. Whoa.
So.
Whoa. Do you see her? Okay. Relationships. Speaking of relationships, you just tried again. Relationships. Speaking on relationships, you can't open this. You can't you can't have good communication if you're not speaking up for yourself, because you can't communicate without speaking. And if you don't have good communication, wow, I can't speak. If you don't have good communication in a relationship, then it's not gonna work. You're gonna be on different tracks with different stuff. Things are gonna derail. It's not gonna work out.
Like holding stuff back, like.
Yep.
And then eventually it can all come out all at once. So.
If you have a problem with something, then you got to be able to tell them what the issue is. Otherwise, the negative thoughts and the problem is gonna grow inside your head until it gets to a breaking point, and then you might say something to them, and then they'll be like, where is all of this coming from? Because you never expressed to that any of your concerns in the beginning.
Right.
It's better to stop something at the beginning than it is to let it keep growing, because once it grows, it's harder to come back from. And so, with your relationship, being able to speak out and say, oh, I have a problem with this, or oh, you're doing this well, or oh, I'd like this, or oh, I'd like that, helps your partner understand what's good, what's bad, what they should do, what they should avoid, and it helps you keep a healthy relationship going longer, and eventually, hopefully, marriage, or even with friendships, help making sure that your friends know what your values are and what their values are, and help you guys stay on a good friendship path as well. That's my 2 cents on the relationship aspect.
Yeah. Well, I definitely agree with, like, speaking. Well, I already said it, but saying how you feel.
No one saw that.
Because if you don't say how you feel and things like that, how is it going to work? Because that's the whole point. I feel like MJ said, communication is key, because it's not going to work. So, but, yeah.
Why do y'all feel like networking is important, especially in college?
Because that's how you get opportunities. That's how doors open for you. If you don't network, if you don't go out and meet people and say, hey, this is what I do, this is, I can help you with this, and then they'll remember that, and they'll probably remember, like, I remember she wanted to be a mentor. Let me reach out to some of these people that I know to help her. So that's how networking works, and that's something that's very big to get you where you want to be in life. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like for college networking, I feel like is probably one of the most important aspects of starting your career.
You're right.
Because, was it my parents that told me this? I know they said it. Your network is your net worth.
Right.
You can't establish a good standing for yourself for your career if you don't know people, because people help you grow, especially with a business or anything. They're going to open opportunities for you. They're going to give you opportunities. So especially in college, when you're surrounded by all these other people who are going on to go, they're going to go do something.
Right.
Making sure you know people who are going to come up with you, your friends, like that's a good base network. Your friends is just, they might find something that's going to get you into something else. That's a good network. But also reaching out to actual professionals while you're in college, because they can open up even bigger doors for you, because they might tell you about this program's going on, or this program's going on, this internship, that internship, and sometimes they might recommend you for this internship or tell you about it, and then also go talk to someone that's like head of that and actually get you in as long as you apply. And so, like, just networking, it'll just open up so many opportunities for you, and you just have to try just stepping out there and getting into it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but at least you can say you tried.
Yes, having confidence is key.
Anything to speak on for networking for you? No? Lawyers don't network?
Lawyers don't network. Everybody networks, but y'all pretty much touched everything. There's no point in me repeating.
Type. But no, at least for networking, I do feel like, especially recently, like I've kind of started to realize more why it's important, and tried to kind of get into it more. Because, especially for medicine, it's like
huge.
You're not going to know what goes on and what is available unless you talk to actual people in the field and stuff. Because they're involved in the community and stuff, and they know a whole bunch of information that just the normal people aren't going to get.
Exactly.
And so one of my mentors, Dr. Edmond, he's told me a lot about, you need to aim for this, you need to aim for that, you need to be doing this, this, and that. And in turn, I'm able to go and tell some of my other friends that are in medical, want to go into medicine, I'm able to tell them about those opportunities and whatnot.
Yeah, because that goes hand in hand with a lot of people I know that are in the same career path as me. Like, like for instance, Bree, she has a mentor, so she'll be like, oh, you should sign up to this, and then like Ashley, she'll be like, oh, y'all should sign up for this, because she's in a different program than me. So she's like, oh, you should do this program because it was good, it benefited me, so it should benefit you as well. So that goes,
yeah. And probably maybe last thing about networking is I just want to give a little story on one thing I experienced with networking, more or less. Deuce's mom had just gone to some event where she met, we didn't, no, actually it was some random event, but she happened to meet, and we didn't realize this, like they didn't realize this at the time, we didn't find out until later on, but the person that she met and got in contact with was my mentor's sister.
That's crazy.
And so they got in contact, and Deuce's mom told her that, oh yeah, my son is pre-dental and he's a bio major and stuff. He goes to Morehouse, yada yada yada. And so then around homecoming, the person my mentor's sister, she's getting ready to set up. They have an RV at homecoming. They're one of the people that like they have their little station that there and stuff. And she's preparing to do all that, and she's like, well, I need some help doing stuff. That's how. Yeah. So she told Deuce's mom, I need some help running the RV and stuff during homecoming. Would your son be willing to help, and does he have any friends or anything? And so Deuce's mom told Deuce. They got in contact. So Deuce was talking to her, and then Deuce was like, I have a couple friends that'd be interested. And then he told me the lady's name, and I was like, wait a minute. That's the same last name as my mentor. And then we found out that they were brother sister, which was really cool. But because of his mom got in contact with that person and put Deuce on with that person, me and Deuce and Riley were able to get a job working at the RV during homecoming, and we got paid for it. And so that was an opportunity we wouldn't have had if his mom hadn't met her, or if I wasn't friends with Deuce, I wouldn't have had that opportunity. And so that was a situation of networking. And also that same day, me and Deuce had gone to a medical event before homecoming because my mentor told me about it, and I told Deuce we need to go to this. And so that same day, we had 2 opportunities that day that we wouldn't have had without our networking between Dr. Edmond or his sister.
That's true.
Period.
That's real.
And because of that, I was able to get my girl and her friend into our homecoming for free too. Because I got them extra wristbands.
Right, it goes hand in hand.
So networking can help you
important.
with a whole bunch of opportunities. Right. And they might come out of nowhere. You won't expect them, but they're very helpful.
Right.
I was getting anybody in for homecoming for free. They wasn't checking the things.
They didn't check that much.
I mean, they did, but they was like, if you leave, just rescan it. So I'm sending it like, go ahead, y'all have fun. I'm done. I'm going home for the day. Sent that out to like 15. People was getting scammed. People in the group chat like $15. Like, girl, they not even checking. Just like your friends.
But enough about that. With speaking out, closed mouth don't get fed, like you said. But at the same time, it's not always easy to speak up. And so, how do you guys deal with being fearful of rejection when you open your mouth? Whether that be like a relationship, fear of getting rejected with that, or for career stuff, whether you're like, oh, I won't get this opportunity or something.
I feel like it's okay to get rejected, because a no doesn't mean you're not good, or a no doesn't mean a no means another opportunity is presented for yourself. I feel like that's what it means. Like, when the person says no, when a person rejects you, that means another opportunity is going to be presented to you later, but you just don't know it yet. So that's why I feel like it's okay. And in life, you're going to take a lot more L's than W's, and you're going to have to be okay with that, because you're not always going to win. You're not always going to succeed right then and there every time you try, or every time you get the opportunity or you get that job. Like, it's not always going to be sunshines and rainbows. Like, there's going to be failures, and there's going to be people telling you no, people telling you you can't do this, you can't do that, and you have to be okay with that. But it's just how you proceed, how you continue to go about, how you how you how do you move with that no? Like, what do you, like, what am I trying to say? Like, your character-wise, like, say you get a no, how are you going to react? And how are you going to move forward? That's what I'm trying to say.
How do you respond?
Like, how you respond. Mm-hmm. And how you go about that no. Like, okay, you can be upset, but, like, all right, no, let's find another opportunity.
How do you rebound?
Right.
How do you bounce back from it?
Yes, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Especially,
I'm sorry.
In college. In college, you're going to get a lot of no's. Whether it's activities, pageants, job internships, anything. So,
internships and scholarships,
right,
heavy on those.
Right.
You're getting a lot of no's on those.
Right.
But you were saying?
Of
course.
Touch on the part, a no just means there's a bigger door in front of you. A no means, like, that wasn't meant for you anyway. Some people can't take a no, but no is pretty much saying, like, if you went down that path, you wasn't going to succeed in the way you wanted to, and there's always a bigger door or a better opportunity that's out there. So that's really all that means. Me personally, I don't do stuff if I'm, and that's just like me thing. I don't do stuff if I feel like I know I'm going to get a no. Relationship wise, I never, that ain't even in me. I never pushed up on nobody, so that don't connect with me. When it comes down to orgs and, like, clubs, I do stuff just to do it. So if I get in, it's like, oh my gosh, like, you got in. But if I didn't get in, it's like, okay, like, you didn't get in. Like, life keeps going. Huh?
On to the next.
Yeah, like, life keeps going. Like, yeah, you can take a minute and you can cry. You can do whatever you gotta do, because at the end of the day, you're a human. You have emotions. But life didn't stop when they told you no. Life didn't stop when they said, like, you can't do this. Like, it just keeps on going. I feel like you don't take more L's than W's, but I feel like you have to take L's to receive them W's, because one loss can turn into 5, 7, 8 wins. Like, one loss can, like I said, one loss would have a bigger door in front of you. That bigger door had 10 wins at the end, whereas that one door only got 1 win. So I don't agree with, like, you take more L's than wins, but you're never going to succeed if you ain't never take an L in life.
You learn more from your failures than you do your wins.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. All right. How I deal with fear of rejection.
How do you?
I kind of just try not to care. It's just like keep it pushing.
That's real.
Kind of like Khamani said, just
On to the next.
on to the next. With relationships, it's 100% just keep it pushing. It just means it didn't work out. On to the next.
Sound like a thought.
How?
You said
I'm supposed to be caught up on every single person, every single
go
shot.
go back into the lab. Redo something. Obviously, you did something.
Well,
wrong.
we gonna explain,
You
but,
said
like,
on to the next.
we gonna look and see why it went wrong and we're not figure that out. But, like, we're gonna try not to get caught up on
The past.
the past. Yeah.
Right.
If it didn't work out, then that was for a reason.
Right.
And we're gonna look why it didn't work out and what we can do better moving forward, and then we're gonna move forward.
Right.
That sounded better than just saying on to the next.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You happy with the answer
Yeah.
now? All right. With work and stuff, internship stuff, I mean, there's not much work stuff now. Like, I'm not in the actual career field yet. But getting back to scholarship stuff where it's like, no, you didn't get this. No, you didn't get that. Keep applying to other stuff for programs, summer programs and stuff. You didn't get into this program. You didn't get into that program. You didn't get into this program. All right, what can I do instead? Am I going to be shadowing instead? Am I going to be working somewhere else instead? We'll see. But just got to keep applying to other stuff. Keep moving forward. And that's all you can do about it. So fear of rejection is just look at why you got rejected If you can figure that out, see if that's something that you can change. Is it something that needs to be changed? And then just try your best to move forward and not hold on to it.
With that being said, this is something like kind of off topic, but with rejection, because he said try to figure it out. You also like, we attend HBCU, so that's why I'm saying that. You also have to remember like your skin color. Just because of your skin, you can get rejected. So you might hear 20 no's, but when you get that one yes was meant for you. Like, because sometimes it's not always a reason. Like, obviously, you can always try to do self-improvement, but you can have the best resume, you can have the best everything, but they already say, like, your skin color, you already have to work twice as hard as a person that's not your skin color. So don't always look down on yourself, because sometimes people are just genuinely ignorant. People just...
Especially now.
Right.
So, I don't...
Especially now.
With that being said, don't always think, like, it's a you thing. People genuinely just hate on our skin tone. So, you keep going is pretty much showing them, like, you won. Like, I won. Like, you didn't take me, but whoever took you, you're going to show whoever, like, rejected you. Like, you're missing out on a great person, and that's your L. Like, so, but back to the topic.
Well,
yeah.
Question I have for you guys is, what are some times that you've spoken up and it has succeeded?
Let me think. I gotta think. Are you ready? Do you have any?
No.
Of course not.
I know I hate it when I see one.
Yeah, because you wake up and look in the mirror and see one every day.
Anyways.
Examples.
Okay.
Do you have one?
Yes, I do.
You go first then.
Okay. Well, a time I have spoken up and it has succeeded was, dang, I done lost it.
So we all just think it. Okay.
Is this just like, is it in general? Or just like...
Yeah, just like any time where you felt like it helped you out by speaking up. Like where your mouth wasn't closed and that helped you out. And you got fed. It was an open mouth that got
still
fed.
Going. Wow. I got it. A time that I feel like I spoke up and... Okay, well, this one's going to be like friendship and then I'll do a work one. Pretty much, one of my homegirls, I just felt like she was putting somebody else before me. I ain't even gonna get specific or whatever, but yeah, like, I felt like she was putting like her relationship before me, and I don't mind, because at the end of the day, like, that's your partner. But I feel like it's some form of balance. Like, if you can't have balance between your relationship and your partner, relationships and your friendships, like, your friendships is always going to feel away, especially if they were there before that relationship. So that's pretty much how it was. I didn't say nothing at first because I didn't want to seem like it was coming out of jealousy, because it was nothing to be jealous about. It was just like, damn, like, darn, like, you choosing somebody you just met over somebody who been through with you, like, through anything you do or whatever. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't say nothing. Bozzy. She ended up texting me, and she was like, hey, like, I genuinely miss our friendship. And I did miss our friendship. Like, that was that girl, like, you see me with everywhere. Like, everywhere. So, when we started being friends, like, I was hurt. I ain't gonna lie. But it wasn't like I was going to do something about it. I was just like, life goes on. She reached out and was like, hey, she missed me. And I told her the problem. And I feel like that's very important, because me ghosting, like considerably ghosting her and not telling her what the issue was, took time away from our friendship. I could have simply just told her, like, yeah, I didn't like the way that you was, like, doing this at the third. And literally after we had that conversation, she was very understanding. But you have to have very understanding people. Like that statement says, you can't communicate with someone that does not comprehend. If they're not going to understand or see where you're coming from, you're wasting your breath. You're genuinely wasting your breath. But anyway, she was like, oh, like, I understand. Like, that obviously wasn't my intentions, but now that you told me, we can move this way. And it happened. So it was like, cool. Like, me not talking to her closed the door of our friendship, when all I had to do was speak up and say, like, I didn't like that you do this. And we would have went on. So that's like on the friendship side. For I don't got no work side. I don't really work.
Like school.
baby. Let me think. Well, if somebody else got the answer, I don't really got no answer to that one.
I kind of do. It's not necessarily super personal. It's more of a broader sense. And it's more focused on, like, relationships. Whenever someone and their partner have a problem or something, or their partner's doing something wrong, I know there are probably some couple times where, like, my girl talked to me about something how she felt, and so I was able to work to change that or fix what the problem was or something. And that's helpful because it helps keep the relationship going healthily. That's not a word, but healthy. It keeps it healthy. I don't know. I don't know what the word is.
Anybody every day.
All right.
Say that every day.
All right. But, like, so yeah, with ours or even with some of my friends' relationships, it's like, oh, they talk to their partner about this. Oh, their partner talked to them about that. And because of that, you're able to keep it healthy and keep it going, keep it on track because you're able to see, okay, you don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, you're doing this well, and they're able to keep everything flowing smoothly. And so I feel like that's an example of when speaking up was able to be helpful for me, for my friends, for their partners, and whatnot.
Do you have one?
I feel like
I don't know, because, like, speaking up, that comes when I'm in class and I don't understand a question. Speaking up,
low key.
So I can, like, if I don't understand the concept or what he's saying or whatever the professor is saying, asking a question, that's speaking up to advocate, to figure out, like, I don't understand this, I need help. So if you put it in a different way, then you can understand it better. So I feel like that's a way to, that's a way for you to speak up. And that's happened plenty of times, especially in Bio 125.
I want to connect back to what MJ said on relationships because I feel like some people think, like, and it can be, sometimes people think, like, losing your relationship is the end of your life. It's not. And I'm going to go back. So, pretty much, like I said before, if you communicate and they can't comprehend, in a relationship, I guess I could use my own one. But in a relationship, like, I kept saying, like, what I didn't like I didn't like you doing this, I didn't like you doing that, blase, blase. A person said they going to fix it, they didn't fix it. So, I already spoke up on my end. Once you show me that you can't fix it, it's about time to wrap it up. And I feel like it was a blessing in disguise, like, especially because I was with that person for so long. But it's like, that person was I feel like now looking at that person was holding me back from my full potential. Because it's like, I'm asking you to stop doing this, blase, blase. And now, like, you're doing whatever you're doing. Your toxic trait is, like, on me now. Because, you know, that's when you're dealing with a toxic relationship, you're going to pick up toxic traits that you didn't have before. So I'm like now the stuff you kind of doing is kind of dwelling on me, draining me, blase, blase. So, you know, I have to get up out of there. And I feel like that was just a good time. Like, I spoke up, and that's not rejection, but it can go under rejection because I spoke up and I said something and no change happened. So instead of staying in that toxic situationship, I just got up and left, and I feel like stuff got better. Like, I mean, it's always room for improvement, but I'm not stuck and I'm not held down by somebody who doesn't, like, take into consideration how I feel.
Period.
Yeah.
Are you giving me snaps?
Yeah.
Yes. Where's the sound?
It's like progress for you.
But where's the sound?
It's silent snaps.
Progress,
it's supposed to be silent snaps.
No, I want the sound. There we go.
Happy now?
You could have went like that. I would appreciate this one more.
Who does that?
I be making all the boys do it. Like, clock it.
One question I wanted to ask you guys is, what are some ways, like we said, what are some ways that you have spoken up and you have succeeded? Like, put those in the comments.
Comments down below.
Yeah, down below.
I thought she was talking to us. I'm like, didn't we just answer that?
Get with the program. Clark just let anybody in, don't they?
Okay.
You said, what did you say? Let's run that back.
Our social media, Instagram, all that's in the chat link below. Gosh. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Let's Chat.
Comment, like, subscribe, follow.
Send it to your mama.
Send it to you.
Send it to your
everybody. Send it to all your family.
Right.
Send it to your dog.
Make your dog watch it twice.
Wow. I don't think the dog will.
Make your baby watch it. They don't know what we saying, but
Should the baby watch it? Should the baby really watch it? Should the baby watch? I don't know if
the
the baby
baby
should
don't
watch.
know what we saying.
That's true.
I'm talking about the 2 months. Like, just have it.
That's
on
true.
there.
That's true.
Give us that view.
That's true. iPad.
The
Them iPad kids.
kid. You think they gonna sit through this and watch it?
Nah, they don't got that. I mean, if you put it on like 2 times speed, they might.
Oh yeah.
But their attention spans are cooked, so I don't
Right.
know.
My attention span cooked.
We know.
Anyway.
I might swerve in that corner. Whoa.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, that's it for this episode. We'll see you guys next time.